Pro Football Weekly has a Super Bowl edition of our best bets, and for that we bring in our handicapping expert, Mike Wilkening. Mike, plenty of bets to choose from, but let's start with just the game. The Giants, +3, and we're saying we like the underdogs. Take the points.
When these teams met back in Week 9, the Giants were 9.5-point underdogs. They had 4 starters out, including Hakeem Nicks, Ahmad Bradshaw. They won in Foxborough 24-20. But the Giants have played the Patriots tough over the years. They're playing wonderfully. Their defense has really picked it up. And I think the Giants' relative defensive edge could be very key here. We're talking about a New England team 31st in defense, 31st in pass defense. They get off the field against this Giants attack. I'm not entirely convinced they can do it enough. And considering the Giants are getting some points here, we really like the underdog in this game.
It's looking like it could be a very close game. Those 3 points may be the difference. Mike, let's take a look at a couple of prop bets. First, looking at ones actually having to do with the game. Bet Jarvis Green Ellis, the running back for the Patriots, over under 47.5 rushing yards. You like the over?
Right, and the reason why we like the over is that when you look at this Giants defense, they're allowing 4.5 yards per carry, so a little permissive versus the run. And we're also talking about a Patriots team that I think is going to lean very much on Green Ellis here. Danny Woodhead may also get some carries, but really, Stevan Ridley, who is getting a little bit more work towards the end of the year, had some fumble issues. Green Ellis, as we know, doesn't fumble. So he's going to be a guy that you're going to trust in the biggest game of the year. The Giants not being great versus the run. This is something people aren't talking about because the focus is on the passing games. Maybe adds a little bit of value here to Green Ellis. I think the over is the play in this spot.
Another prop bet that I love is when you start comparing to other sports. We've got Chris Bosh going against his former team, the Toronto Raptors. His points and rebounds +4.5 against Eli Manning's total completions. Mike, what's your pick?
I like the underdog here. I really like Chris Bosh combined points and rebounds. There's a couple angles I like. First being this, it's a matchup of Bosh going to play against Toronto, a team he's played against in the past, certainly knows that team inside out, and when you look at his combined points and rebound averages to this point, it's a little around 28 or so. Now Eli Manning, the completion numbers, a little bit lower than that, around 23 per game or thereabouts. Now, could the Super Bowl be a shootout? Certainly. But when you look at the numbers and when you look at Chris Bosh has been able to do this here, more than 20 points per game, I really think the value is on the underdog in this particular prop.
And finally, Mike, the bet everyone's talking about, a real thinking man's bet, heads or tails?
I say heads, but again, my only piece of advice to anyone wagering on this game in Las Vegas, do not bet the coin flip at anything but even money. Don't do it. Save your money. Do other things. But if I had to pick one side, I will go with heads.
I'm sorry you're wrong, Mike, because everyone knows tails never fails. We appreciate you joining us. Those are our best bets for the Super Bowl. For the best handicapping advice, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.